Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Do not come on here talking about you shy and carrying on. How are you
I'm not,
doing?
I'm not shy. I'm tired. I worked 12 hours.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're gonna make it quick. All right.
Well, I'm off tomorrow, so it
Okay.
don't matter.
Well, welcome to Pop Your Shit. I'm
Hey.
excited. Listen, I'm 75% in and I got questions. So I got questions. Okay, so we're gonna start off with this beautiful lady next to me. This is author Blossom Rain. She is the author of Hood Crucifixion. So, to your credit, what else do you do?
I'm a registered nurse.
I'm just saying, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's talk Hood Crucifixion, Hood Logic, and any other projects that you have coming up. So, Godrique, ma'am, where he come from? Where in your mind did you go to get him? Because baby, he is something special.
Well, me and E. Bowser was having a conversation, and I was like, I've never heard of a character named God. Just like I think I had heard of one, and I was like, okay. I went to sleep and had a dream, and in the dream it was "Come for God," so that's where that came from.
Child, Godric is something different. And Batani, ma'am. So that's how we meeting people.
Yeah, Vatani. I think people went into it thinking it was gonna be something different. Like they didn't expect what Vatani was doing, and I like that.
Girl, mouth open on the floor. It was open, open, open. So this current book, you are crossing over into AOK and UCK territory. What's that like collaborating with E. Bowser?
Well, this isn't our first time collabing, so there's that. We have a Yeti book together.
Okay, 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 okay. So, how many books have you written so far? Because I only saw one.
Well, this is a third one. So we
Okay.
have I have Hood Crucifixion, then
Mm-hmm.
we have Cold as Ice together,
Okay.
and then we have Hood Logic together.
Okay. 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 And was this book difficult to write? Was it easy? Could you write it in your sleep? What's your process?
No, it was very easy. I only write when I feel like writing, so
Mhm.
it's always easy to write when you want to write.
I hear you. I hear you. Um. So my question to every guest is, what made you fall in love with writing, or do you love it?
I don't know how to answer that. um, uh, I love. So I have a creative mind.
Okay.
Um, I'm sorry, my daughter is showing me a note on this.
That's
But
okay. My dog's about to start barking, so we good.
um, so I have a creative mind. And I wouldn't say that I like writing or
Hmm.
typing the book.
Hmm.
If it could come straight from my mind onto a page,
Hmm.
I would absolutely love it. But the fact that I have to type it, ugh.
That's the part that just wears your nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Um, have you ever thought about the dictation where you can dictate it and it come out? No,
I
it doesn't work that way.
No, that would be too much work. Like that, because you're talking and then you got to make sure it's writing the right thing. Then if it don't, you got to go back, take it out, and
Right.
that's I'd rather just type it.
Okay. 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 Um, I know that you work a full time job. How do you balance motherhood, family life, author, and work? How do you balance that?
Well, I work 3 12-hour shifts, so I have 4 days off.
Mm-hmm.
So I can pretty much balance life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very flexible.
Because I would be crazy. I'm just gonna go and tell you now. After 8 hours, I done checked out. So after 6 hours, I've checked out. So, but 2 hours, I'd be like, I don't know what, I don't know, people. I don't know what you're gonna get from me. But after 6 hours, I've checked out. Um, are you an avid reader or just a creative mind where you just prefer to write the stories?
No, I've been reading since forever,
Okay.
literally. That's what got me started writing, I guess, because
Mm-hmm.
I was reading a lot of the same plots.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I need something different.
I hear you.
And then
What was
Ebony was
your,
being stubborn.
huh?
So I said Ebony was being stubborn. She was like, well, write it yourself. And I was like, I was trying to convince her to write pots the whole time.
And she just didn't want to.
No, I finally convinced her after I wrote my book.
And then all the readers is losing their damn minds behind you and her. So, what was your last book you read? What's your current book you're reading? And what's your next book you're gonna read?
Well, to be honest, the last book I read was an AC author book because I'm an art grader for her.
Mm-hmm.
So, mm, what was the name? It's a part of a series, long series. So you can't just jump into that book because
So you have to just go into the whole series in order to understand what's going on.
right.
Okay,
And I
okay.
love, like I absolutely love long series. Like it's probably like over 20 books in that series, and I love it. I love every bit of it.
What's your favorite genre to read?
Mm, Probably urban right now.
You
That's
in the
what
streets with me.
that's what I've been reading a lot of.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a favorite trope?
Yeah, I love a good kidnapping. Yeah.
As a do you because now that I'm putting two to two together, um, the whole scene in Hood Logic where he puts his hands on her neck and she's now in the classroom, I guess.
Mhm.
Is that from your training as a nurse or is that research you had to do?
That's training, different type of training.
Mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
I've learned different self defense techniques. So, yeah.
Child, when I tell you, I was like, wait a minute, what is this maneuver? Do I need to learn it? What is it? Um, do you have in any book that you've ever read, who is your book husband, who's your book boyfriend, and who is your side?
I can't tell y'all who my book husbands are because if you come for my man, I'm gonna have a problem. I'll tell you who my book boyfriends are.
Okay.
Okay. So, my
Mm-hmm.
first book boyfriend is Damon. He's in Ebony's Daily Secret series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my second book boyfriend is this character in AC Author's Shifter series. His name is Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I'm trying to think of a urban Trey Macklin. Oh, that's my number one husband. Period. I don't care. I've read the book over and I realized he was so toxic. It's like, but he's still my man, my man, my man, my man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love me some Trey. Who who giving away my husband? Who is the reading hoochie?
I don't know.
Don't do that.
And see, I'm okay with you having that as your book husband. And you sliding with who?
Mm,
Your sneaky link.
so it's this geek in an AC author book that I love, Corporate Seduction. His name is Khalil. I love me some Khalil. He's such a nerd.
The question
Oh,
that
I
comes,
forgot Deuce. It's okay. Go ahead.
Zeus.
Deuce from E. Bowser's zombie books. Dreamwalker.
Okay. Cause see, I haven't read those. I'm scared. I'll be up all
So
night.
scared. I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of everything.
And
And
see,
somehow she convinced me to read them and I was hooked because it's fast paced. But not fast paced to where you confused on what's going on or anything. It just makes sense because it's a zombie apocalypse. So it's like things should be moving fast. You shouldn't just be dragging your feet. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's not what you think it is, but it's everything that you wouldn't expect it to be.
I think her my introduction to paranormal was The Brothers That Bite. That was my introduction, and I probably am wrong, but I compare everybody paranormal to hers because I feel like, well, no, it should be doing this, it should be doing that, and I'm just a fan. Um, in any of your in your books, do you have a character that you identify with?
I mean, it's a little piece of me in all of my characters, even characters that ain't mine, because I pull a karma quick. But yeah. So all of them, have little pieces of me.
Do you have a favorite character?
In my series,
Mhm.
Bart.
Really?
I love Bart. Hmm.
Why? Because he's an adversary.
He just does what he wants to do. He's Bart.
I would have thought it was like someone like I don't know, maybe Godric.
I don't like main characters.
So you like the side ones? Really?
Villains. I love villains.
Who is your favorite villain of all time?
Damon.
Okay, and who's the worst?
The worst villain.
Because I
I
can't
love
wait a minute. I
all of
can't
them.
consider Damon a villain though. He started out as one.
Yeah. Damon Damon. Okay, he was a villain for the majority of the book. So literally, he
Oh,
wasn't a
wait.
villain for one book, maybe two. So yeah, he's still a villain.
I just I don't know. Maybe because of this that the last couple of books that I read, the babysit what is it, the Halloween babysit where he was babysitting for the Halloween thing.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, he's not human, but he's trying to get there.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Villain that I hate or that I love or hate.
That you hate.
Hate. Mm, I hate it. There's this villain in I don't know who I hate a lot of villains actually, but
Mhm.
you know who I hated the most?
Who?
Amber. Like the one that kept messing with Garrett. I could stand her. Oh my god. I don't know what it is. And I usually love villains, but I can't stand her.
Amber had the bottom of my shoe.
Mm.
She did. Because Garrett was just trying to live his little life, popping in people's dreams. Just,
Oh look, Garrett.
um, how do you okay, what is the characteristics, or how do you create the perfect character? Like Godric is, for most people, is Bay. um for Product of the Streets, UCK and them boys, they just Bay. How do you create that perfect character? What are the ingredients for that?
I feel like they create themselves. I don't pre-plan anything. Like when I write, literally I just write and whatever comes out comes out. So I feel like the characters are a part of me. And and they create themselves. They know who they are.
Hmm.
So I'm just putting it on paper.
But the way that you humanize them, or they just come across already that way. Because I feel like sometimes when people write characters, they're not as humanized, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I go with you. Like I'm going to, like, there's a Union City up street and I be on my way. So how how do you humanize the characters where it's tugging at the reader's heartstrings, or if you and trying to invoke a laugh, or if you're trying to invoke fear? How do you how do you just get that? Because I feel like that's like, mm, I don't know, that's like a gift.
Well, I can't tell you how I do it because um I don't know. I just especially when I'm writing scenes that's funny,
Hmm.
it's really just how would I want to hear it in the real world?
Hmm.
Like if I'm standing here having a conversation with someone or if somebody just kidnapped me or whatever, what would I say? What would I do? Like but then again, it ain't me. So, you know,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't know. The characters just they really write themselves, okay? Don't think I'm crazy. It
No.
seem a little schizophrenic, but they really they really just talk.
So one of the things that I love about y'all characters is everybody got something that's just a little off, where the elevator ain't reaching to the top, but they're clinically smart, but they still missing that piece. Is there a reason for that?
I feel like everybody is like that in the world. Like everybody has some touch of special. So, yeah, a lot of people just hide it well.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you. Um, I'm sorry. Thank you. Um, how important are book covers and just the representation? I mean, is it just, does it get people to open it up? Is it something that's special and near to you, or is that hard thing to do, is creating book covers?
Well, I don't create the book covers. I just, well, okay, so I'll see a book cover, it'll catch my attention. Just like the Hood Logic book cover
Mm-hmm.
was completely different. The only thing was that was there was the girl. And to be honest, with that book cover, E Bowser did that.
Mm-hmm.
She did that. But shout out to Nakia because she the initial image was from her.
Mm-hmm.
But I got that image probably before I actually released Hood Crucifixion. I knew it was gonna be Allie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I've had it. I've just had it this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But with Hood Crucifixion, um, I saw the picture of the people, and I believe I got that picture from Nakia as well. Just the picture, and then I sent it to Mario,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him what I wanted, and he brought it to life with the Hood Crucifixion one.
That is one of my favorite covers of. I know that Hood Crucifixion is a little older, but I read it last year. I mean, this year, earlier this year. That's one of my favorite covers of 2025. One of my favorite. Like, I have 10 favorites. That is one of them.
Yeah, it spoke to me. It was I was like, that's God. I could see it. That's God.
I was like, yes, for the cover. I mean, I think I even did a video. I was like, this covers everything. It's beautiful. And I like to I and I guess the reason why I like it so much is, sometimes, and I don't, I'm not a colorist, but just to see a dark skinned man and a dark skinned woman just being glamorous and beautiful, and it just really spoke to me. I don't care what color you are. I mean, we all the same color when the lights go off, but that that did something for me. That was like, okay, yes, we are beautiful too. And I know a lot of times, um other cultures, other races try and demonize the color of our skin, and the darker it was, I was like, and the black and white was beautiful. I love that. I love that. um what do you love about being an author, and what do you hate about it?
I love having a book to read when I'm done.
That's a real answer.
I hate writing it. No, no, seriously. But yeah, that's what I love and hate. But honestly, I'm not a very social person,
Hmm.
but I am at the same time. But I don't it's like I be wanting readers to write me, but then I'll be like, no, because I'll get aggravated. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just a regular person and also an author.
Right. You're a regular person who happens to be an author.
Right.
Um, did What was your feeling when you first saw your name on the title of the book? How was that for you?
Hmm. I don't know. It wasn't nothing special. Not really. I was gonna use a different pseudonym because a lot of people in my personal life know me,
Mhm.
Blossom, because that's my real nickname in real life. Been tatted on me for a long time.
Mhm.
So I ain't just come out the blue with this name. And actually, it took a little convincing for me to use it because it is my real nickname.
Mhm.
Um, just Blossom. But
Mhm.
but E Bowser kind of convinced me. It's like, but that's your name. It's your name. Just use it. Yeah. So I was gonna use something else, and I kind of wish I had because somebody else came out with Blossom, and it kind of
Mhm.
irks me a little. But yeah.
Okay. Um, your journey as an author, what did that entail? Just you wanting a book, and then is that, or did you ever think that you would be an author?
I always knew I would be an author. That that was always gonna happen. Probably not urban or erotica first, but I was always gonna be an author. I was already writing a book.
Is there a genre you want to jump into that you haven't written?
I want to do rom com,
Okay, okay. Is there a genre you'll never write?
interracial.
Okay, okay. Um,
Okay, let me be specific. Interracial with black and white,
okay.
because I might do Asian or something. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's pushing it, but I'm not opposed to that.
Okay, okay. What is the one thing that you will always include in your books?
Black people, always, always gonna be a black person in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Hmm.
count on it.
Okay, okay. Let's talk about y'all character names because y'all character names be sending me. Is it hard to come up with the character names? Is it something like, okay, let me come up with these character names and then the story will write itself? Or do you hear them when they're talking to you? Do you have to name them like a baby? How do you come up with the character names?
I never thought of it that way, but it kind of is like naming a baby. We will go through so many names, like so many names, just to get to the right name.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you knew, honestly, me and Ebony probably named each other's characters, so many of each other's characters, because it's hard for me to pick a character name for my books. I'm just like, I don't really care. But she be like, no, that don't even, I don't like that. So, and I be the same way with her.
But because I love the names Godric, I love the names, and then the disciples, and then you have Bart. So I I feel like
You
when
know,
you
Bartholomew is a disciple, right?
right, but what I'm saying is you just have Bart. I'm just it's not Bartholomew in the book. It's Bart. I mean, it might be
It's
his
a
real name.
nickname.
It's
It's
just
short.
Bart. I felt like
you know,
I was
you
like,
know how I picked that name?
how?
Actually, it was supposed to be what the freak was his name supposed to be? Ebony. What was Bart's original name supposed to be? Cuz I don't remember. But I said that doesn't irk my nerves enough when I hear it. I need to hear it and be aggravated just off the name alone. Like So she was like, "How about Bart?" That's it. That's
Baby, if I don't remember nobody's name in this book, I remember Bart, I remember Godrique, and I remember, and I'm trying to say, if I'm saying her name, is it Batani? Is that how you say her name?
Levon. Yeah, that's how you
Batani.
say it. Mhm.
I remember Batani's name. I'm saying I can go years. I'm gonna remember them three names out of that book. I may not remember nobody else's name, but I'm gonna remember that. And then I will remember Karma Chaos and Calamity only because it's different. It's not the, you know, it's not Trig, it's not Ghost. It's
Mhm.
it fits. Um how how and I'm just because I'm trying to tailor this to Hood Logic. Was it easy to cross over into Hood Logic?
Yes, because like I said, like we talk, me and Ebony, we talk so much.
Okay.
So we live in each other's head pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, she could write any of my characters, I could write any of her characters.
Mm-hmm.
She could write any of my characters, I could write any of her characters. Like it would be no big deal. We share a brain.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was pretty easy. And plus Karma is one of my little, you know, favorite characters. So yeah,
Why pick him for this one?
because for this one,
Mm-hmm.
well, wh- what scene have you gotten to?
I'm I am 75% in, but I have to go back because I think I missed something. So I'm probably gonna go back 60% and reread it because I was listening to it,
What scene
and
are you
and
on right
and
now?
doing something else. Say
What
that
scene
again.
are you on right now?
Right now I'm at the scene where they're the at what is the vigor. What is it called now? That's where I'm at, and Allie is there and sees what's his name? Dewan. Oh God, I forget what his name is. With the
Devon.
girl, Dewan. Is his name Dewan?
Mhm.
With the girl, with his girlfriend, and she's getting ready to make a move.
So you ain't get there yet, but when you get to the scene, there's a specific scene,
Mm-hmm.
and this scene, it was in my head for a long time. It was always gonna happen, in Allie's book, but it was supposed to happen with somebody else. Like she was supposed to be with somebody else
Mm-hmm.
initially, and then I was like, it's not the person for her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when Karma came on the scene, I was like, for that particular scene, it will work. It could work. And it was like hilarious because me and Ebony was on the phone and I was like, hey, like, what do you think? And then like once we get going, it's up from there. We once we have one scene, that's all we need. One scene, we can write a whole book around it.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I feel like you guys are like the same person, it's just different bodies. So I feel like I felt like this is I felt when I read Hood Crucifixion, I was like, are, are they related to the UCK boys? Is that gonna be something? Not knowing that that was that there was gonna be a crossover coming. Then to have them cross over into it, and it just is so seamless. Link and karma and all that foolishness that have went down. I y'all be having me just in a chokehold. I just need y'all to keep get me out of it for a little while.
Wait the hood retribution come
Do you know when that's gonna be released?
next year. That's all I know. No, it should we're shooting for spring ish, early summer.
Mm-hmm. What does 2025? What are you gonna be doing in 2025? I mean, just go ahead and pop your shit. Just one book? One more book?
No, we're gonna do probably gonna do the next Yeti book too. But I'm not sure. I don't know because I'm working full time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Um, so I don't know. I don't want to put anything out there. I'll just surprise you again.
Girl, which our mixtape authors just be dropping stuff and people be like, what? So we did get a nice Christmas surprise. So thank you so much. Um, what would readers be shocked to know about you?
Mm, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I was about to say I'm not special, but I'm very special. But I don't know. I don't know what they'd be shocked to know because they probably don't know anything about me in real life. So
Right.
anything, they'd be shocked to know my real name.
Um, do you read or watch reviews?
um, yes.
Do you take it? Because I know sometimes people, I don't think they really understand what a review is. And when they try and rate you, they rate you on not the, they rate you on what they don't like, as far as like, I don't like, um, secret babies, and why did you put a secret baby in there instead of rating you versus on how constructed the story is. Does that bother you? Do you take it as constructive criticism? How do you deal with that?
I don't want to sound cocky, but I don't really take it as constructive criticism. I could read my own book and construct it myself. Um, really, like I have read Hood Crucifixion,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, ugh, like how do people even read this? But so, but I think it's just me growing as an author, and because before I couldn't even edit anything that I wrote
Mm-hmm.
at all. But now I edited Hood Logic, so um, I feel like I'm just growing. And but as far as reviews, I read them. I do take them into consideration most of the time. Like if it is constructive criticism, it's nothing that I didn't know. Um, but I don't allow negative reviews to get to me too much because at the end of the day, I'm a registered nurse that writes books, not an author that's a registered nurse. So there's that.
Um, was there a character that was hard to write? And was there a character that was just super, super, super simple?
Hard to write character. I think Tech is hard to write, and I've been wanting to write his book actually, um, but it ain't coming yet. So I guess I'll see.
Mm-hmm. Will each
But
character get their own story, or it'll stay as a group?
um, it's gonna be a group, but certain books are gonna be centered around certain characters.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's say. Um, what's too far in a book? What you'll be like, girl? I'm not putting that in my book. That's too far. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna traumatize the people like that. What's too far for you?
Because I could write something that I don't agree with all day, like
Mm-hmm.
spitting in the mouth. I never in my life allow somebody to do that to me in real life. I
Mm-hmm.
probably anyway, but I could probably write a scene with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That don't mean I agree with it.
Do you have to have visuals to write?
No, I create my own visuals.
Do you have to have a working title?
No, I have to have. Well, maybe I do have to have visuals. But not initially to write, no. But once I'm about halfway through the book, I need a cover. Like I have to have a cover. I have to have a synopsis.
Okay.
It just motivates me.
Do you ever want to be traditionally published?
I don't think so. I'll let Ebony have that. I don't want it. I don't want the stress. I don't want it.
How do you define the great American novel in your eyes? Not what society thinks. What do you think it should be, or how you feel it is?
Mm, I don't. I don't define the great American novel as anything because the world is too diverse. There's no one specific great thing. Like selling somebody a false dream. So, mm-mm.
I see. I think I'm a little different because like books like Potts, books like Hood Crucifixion, books like The Delgados by Jacques J, books like um any genre that features that are by black people. I feel like that's the great American novel to me. I don't subscribe to like the bluest always like the bluest eye. That's just not for me. But like I'm a Terry McMillan fan. I feel like that's a great American novel to me. I'm a Zane fan. I feel like that's a good novel for me.
But you're
That's how I
proving my
define
point. They're all great novels.
exactly.
So,
But what I'm saying is the key element in those novels are black authors, black characters.
yeah. Okay.
Because I
We'll
see
go with
myself
that.
there. I don't see myself in Twilight. I've
Mhm.
never seen myself in Twilight. I've never seen myself in whatever those those books are. I just never saw it. So that's why I asked that. Um, do you feel like you are successful as an author, or are you still striving to be?
Mm, I feel like I'm in limbo. Like it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
But
What do you consider as? How do you define successful?
mm, as an author,
as for
Well,
just
you
for
know
you?
what? I feel, but as an author,
Hmm.
okay. So I feel like I am successful. I succeeded in what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a book that where people would remember it. No matter how much time passed, no matter what happened, they're gonna remember. They hear Hood Crucifixion, they know it's Blossom. So I feel like I am successful in that regard because a lot of people know my book. Even if they don't remember like exactly what happened, they'll know who wrote it
Right.
and the name of the book.
Okay. Okay. Um, if you could fill in the blank, blank is life, and it does not have to be writing. What is life for you?
Oh, I was about to say sex is life. That was the first thing that came to my
But that's
mind.
life for you. It's okay.
I
Sex
just,
is life. But listen, we're grown.
it's
We're
not,
grown.
it's not, it's, that's not life.
What's life for
Uh,
you?
Peace is life. That's
Okay. And fill in one more blank. My pen is blank.
dull. No, let me stop.
Wow, ma'am.
My pen is, mm, I don't know. I don't know what my pen is.
It's
I
dope for
can't
me.
improv on this one.
It's dope for me.
It's dope. My pen is dope.
It's dope. I mean, dope meaning it's fire. It's all of those things. Your pen is fire. Um, can you name something that everybody loves but you hate?
Um, as far as what books or
Whatever you want it to be.
mm, I hate. I don't know.
So mine is ratchet behavior. Everybody love ratchet behavior, but in real life, I hate it. It's-
Mm,
I like it in the books. I like it on TV ish, but I hate it in real life. And most people love it. They love the ratchet behavior.
I like ratchet behavior sometimes in books and real life because when I go out, I can get a little ratchet sometimes. But I don't know. There's not um I hate racism. I don't the people love racism. Maybe Trump them, but you know.
Live for it. Live for it. How do you disconnect from being an author when it's time to just decompress? Your book is written, it's been released. How do you decompress? What? Is my questions crazy?
No. Decompress. I don't think I ever fully decompress because even now I'm thinking about hood retribution. So yeah, I don't fully decompress, but thinking about books and reading books and all of that, um, it's just part of who I am. So either way, I'm going to decompress.
Okay. So you have Hood Retribution coming out in 2025, possibly the spring. And maybe another crossover book with E. Bowser. So anything else that you want to pop your shit about?
No.
Okay. Um, where can people find you? Like, where's your website, social sites? How can they find you? Or do
I
you?
don't have a website. eBowser is my publisher. You can purchase my books on her website. Well, not Hood Logic, not yet. Um, but my Facebook is Blossom Rains. Um, my Instagram is Blossom_Rains. And Snapchat brain06. TikTok is Blossom Rains, I think.
Okay. Um, where do you see yourself as an author in 5 years?
I don't know. I don't ever go into anything expecting anything. So, I mean, I know it's healthy to have goals,
Mm-hmm.
but my only goal is to finish the book that I'm on at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you can invite 5 authors to dinner, who would they be?
Sokola McKenna,
Mm-hmm.
E. Bowser,
Mm-hmm.
AC Author.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Mm, see, I don't know. Um, I don't know what to tell you. Brenda Jackson, maybe. Uh, and then probably. Mm, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I ain't got a fifth.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. And that's it. That's it for us.
Ooh.
That is it. That's it. That's it. Get you some rest, baby girl.
Okay. Thank you for having me on here.
And don't forget, everybody, Hood Logic is out. It's on KU. Is the paperback on Amazon yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
And then check eBrowser's website for when the paperback does come out. Um, Make sure that you are liking this page. Make sure that you are following me on YouTube because this video will be up tomorrow on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe and click the reminder button. Also, you can find me on Blue Sky, Fanbase, Facebook, IG, Threads, here on TikTok, and Lemonade. All booked and busy. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Bye.
Congratulations on your release.
Thank you.
All right, honey. Have a good night.
You too. Good night.
Bye.